Dublin. Famous for its cultural attractions and charming hospitality, Dublin has always been one of the most popular cities in Europe to visit. But nowadays, in addition to its centuries-old traditions and historic roots, Dublin has grown into its own as one of the top cosmopolitan cities of Europe. The ancient capital of the Emerald Isle, Dublin has been written about for centuries. The river, Liffey, which flows into the harbour, has been vital to life and civilization here from the beginning. Today it's one of the city's focal points, slicing Dublin in two and creating one of the busiest commercial hubs in the country. Dublin's history goes way back. Pre-independence from Britain, Dublin was once the second city of the British Empire. You can find evidence of English influence all over the city, from the Georgian architecture to picturesque parks. You'll also find the relics of the country's violent struggles for independence, and monuments that serve as reminders of how hard the Irish fought for freedom over hundreds of years. It was dubbed a UNESCO City of Literature in 2010. Trinity College and College Green. Trinity College is probably the best spot to kick off your Dublin tour. It's located in the heart of the capital, packed full of incredible history, and it's the oldest university in Ireland, having been founded in 1592 by Queen Elizabeth I. Occupying an enviable 40-acre site, Trinity retains some of its ancient seclusion of cobbled squares, gardens, and parks, and is famed throughout the world for its collection of great treasures. Shop on Grafton Street. A short, southerly stroll from Trinity College takes you down towards Dublin's premier shopping location, Grafton Street. A statue of Molly Malone sits at the bottom of the street, so it's impossible to miss. This eclectic stretch buzzes morning, noon, and night and is a magnet for buskers, from classical quartets to traditional fiddle players and singer-songwriters. Many famed bands and musicians have given impromptu performances here, including Bono of U2. Stephen's Green. The 22-acre park is a Dublin treasure and an oasis of calm away from the hustle and bustle of downtown city life. When weather permits, you should do as the locals do and stretch out on the grass for some rest and relaxation, or grab a picnic lunch. The Little Museum of Dublin. The Little Museum of Dublin is a hidden gem, tucked in a charming space amid all the city's historical sites. A couple of minutes stroll from Fusiliers Arch, at the top of Dawson Street, it is a must-see for those interested in how Dublin and its people lived their lives and evolved over the past century. Kildare Street Museums and Houses of Parliament. From the Little Museum of Dublin, a saunter past the legendary Hotel de Shelbourne, Dublin will take you to the top of Kildare Street, home to the Irish Parliament on the left-hand side. The Parliament building was once known as Kildare House after James Fitzgerald, the Earl of Kildare, who commissioned its construction in 1745 and set out to create a grand Georgian mansion to reflect his lofty social status. National Museum of Ireland, Archaeology. Archaeology is certainly worth spending time exploring. The museum features outstanding permanent exhibitions. Highlights include Ireland's gold, prehistoric Ireland, and the impressive Viking collection. Widely regarded as one of the top things to do in Dublin for free, this world-class museum also offers tours and a rich program of workshops and educational events. Explore Irish art at the National Gallery of Ireland, housing the finest collection of Irish art in the world alongside an outstanding collection of European art from the Middle Ages to the present day. This is a must-see while in the capital. Collections include the Yeats Museum, 7 rooms devoted to Irish art, Italian painters, the Show Room, and Baroque Room. The gallery, which is spread over 4 levels, regularly hosts impressive temporary exhibitions, and there's an excellent cafe popular with locals and visitors alike. Visit Merrion Square. Made up of stately private houses and offices, this is arguably Dublin's grandest Georgian square and stars in countless images and postcards of the city. At its center is a pretty park with a vibrant statue of that most colorful writer and renowned Dublin wit, Oscar Wilde. Epic the Irish Emigration Museum. Established in 2016, this fascinating museum offers an in-depth, and often moving, account of Irish emigration over the centuries. GPO Witness History Museum. Inside, The city's newest attraction, the GPO Witness History Museum, is a must-visit for those wanting to gain a better understanding of this pivotal event in Irish history. National Museum of Ireland, Decorative Arts and History, Collins Barracks. Originally an army barracks, the National Museum of Ireland, Decorative Arts and History opened in 1997. The collections include silver, ceramics, jewelry, furniture, Irish haute couture fashion, and exhibitions exploring Irish military history. There are several other permanent exhibitions, including a retrospective of modernist designer Eileen Gray. Take the kids to Phoenix Park and Dublin Zoo. This is the largest enclosed urban park in Europe, some 1,750 acres, which is surprising given that Dublin is a relatively small capital city. Hundreds of deer roam the parkland, and the President of Ireland's official residence, Aras Anu Achterrain, is here along with Deerfield, a beautiful 18th century property home to the American ambassador to Ireland. Go to jail, Kilmainham Jail. The forbidding Kilmainham Jail, dating from 1789, truly is a notorious site in the history of Irish nationalism. It was here that the leaders of the 1916 rebels were first incarcerated and then executed for what was seen as an act of high treason. The exhibition in a modern hall gives a taste of what conditions were like and outlines the struggle for Irish independence. There are excellent guided tours throughout the rest of the jail, which cover Irish history from 1796–1924. Christ Church Cathedral. Restored in the 19th century and dominating the surrounding area, Christ Church Cathedral is built on the site of Dublin's first church, which was founded in 1028 and made of timber. The Great Nave has magnificent early Gothic arches, and here you can see the 14th century replica of the tomb of legendary Norman conqueror Strongbow, who is buried elsewhere in the cathedral. St. Patrick's Cathedral. An easy 7-minute walk from Christ Church Cathedral, St. Patrick's Cathedral is the national cathedral of the Church of Ireland. Tradition has it that here, St. Patrick baptized converts to Christianity in AD 450. Like Christ Church, the original edifice was timber. In 1192, another church was founded and constructed of stone. Just over a century later, another reconstruction took place and its status was raised to that of cathedral. Dublin Castle and the Chester Beatty Library. Dublin Castle was the site of central administration during 700 years of British rule until 1922. The castle has seen many guises: medieval fortress, viceregal, court, and function of government. Visit the Irish Museum of Modern Art. The building itself is beautiful. Erected in the late 1600s as a hospital, it serves as the perfect backdrop to the modern art that adorns its walls, as well as for the artists' studios located here. Highlights of the museum's permanent collections include some 3,500 works, some Irish, some by overseas artists, from the post-war period. Take a day trip to the Cliffs of Moher. This excellent value excursion takes you through the stunning countryside of County Clare and also includes an opportunity to explore the charming town of Dublin, with its great traditional music and country inns. It also includes entrance to the Cliffs of Moher and Burren National Park. In addition to the services of a professional tour guide to share details of the region's unique geology, you'll have ample opportunity to enjoy a leisurely stroll to take some great snapshots of some of the best views in Ireland. A stop at the city of Galway is also included.